You say it's a guarantee Jai's out of the Grizzlies. I mean, he could be. I'm not here to argue that he whether he is or not, but I mean it do look like he done lost his love for the game in Memphis. And in my opinion, I think them getting rid of his coach, and also getting rid of his core, which was Dylan and you know Dylan and Desmond Bain. I mean, Jaren Jackson is still there, but still, like, you know, got rid of the core. Like, I think he just don't lost his love for Memphis like he once had. Yeah, I hear you with Jordan not born and raised in Chicago, but if we talking iconic Chicago figures, it's not close. But D Rose was born and raised there and played for his hometown, won an MVP. It doesn't matter, bro. It does not matter. He can be born and raised. We all know that. We all know that. It does not matter. Like I said, Derrick Rose, they're gonna always have a special love for him. And maybe a certain part of Chicago will love him more than they love Mike. But the thing is, bro, if you really measure it out, especially in the sports world, bro, the first thing you think of, and like I said, I just read to y'all. Y'all see the comments here. These are people from Chicago saying that he's wrong. Michael Jordan comes first. And I just skimmed through a few of them. That was like 5, 6 comments. I didn't even see. Matter of fact, just among the people that I could scroll a little bit more, just the people that's on this comment section. Nobody agreed with Draymond. Every last one of them said you're wrong. And these are people from Chicago. Let's keep going. Depends on how old you are in Chicago, is what this guy said. Another guy said, you talking crazy now. Another one said, at this point, this better be AI or this dude just talking whatever now. Exactly. Another guy, I am from Chicago and you're super wrong, broski. Another guy, that's enough, donkey. Nobody's agreeing with him, bro. Nobody. I done went through like 15 comments. Not one single one has agreed with him. Let's keep going. That's very true. He's untouchable in the shot. Okay, finally, one of them agreed. And I think he's agreeing with a different part. I believe that Derrick Rose is untouchable in Chicago. I agree with that part. But what this guy didn't confirm is that they love him more than they look, that he means more than Mike. I don't know about that. And Derrick Rose was a tough dude, bro. Like, that man was nice. No cap about that. But this shit is just crazy that Draymond trying to pitch at this point. What's up, DeMarcus? Could you see LeBron James going back and play for Cleveland next season? I actually do. I think that's his destination, honestly, because clearly the Lakers don't want him. So, and I think no other team, especially a team that's actually competitive, that could possibly be competitive, wants him. So, if you ask me, his only destination is probably Cleveland. I think Cleveland maybe only want him because of him being from that area. Because you ask me, he's gonna just absolutely destroy that team. I mean, I don't think they're going anywhere as of now, anyways. But they're absolutely gonna go down instead of going up once they add him. Draymond just want to say Derrick Rose is better than Michael Jordan because of. Yep, I already covered that, DeMarcus. That's exactly what it is. He's trying to downplay Michael Jordan so that he can lift the bomb up more in this manufactured GOAT debate. That's literally what it is. Has nothing more, nothing less. That's all it's about. They don't give it. He knows good damn well he's speaking nonsense. You said who is better, Derrick Rose or Russell Westbrook? That's a really good question, bro. Because I think both of them are very comparable. They play style is pretty similar, but it's kind of hard to judge it because Russell Westbrook got to reach his prime and Derrick Rose didn't. So I can answer it like this. In my opinion, if we're measuring it about by how far each player made it, then you got to go Westbrook. But if we go by how far I think they could have made with Derrick Rose potential, I'm gonna go Derrick Rose because Derrick Rose. This is the difference that separates them. As much as I love Russell Westbrook and how hard he plays, Russell Westbrook has tendencies where he plays out of control and sometimes can be, kind of. I don't want to say toxic. I almost said toxic, but it can be a little disjointed towards his team. Like his play style, always playing fast, turning the ball over sometimes taking questionable shots. Derrick Rose played with way more control, and his style was just. I think he was a more complete basketball player than Russell Westbrook was. Now, who's gonna stuff the stat sheet more? Better, obviously, Russell Westbrook. But like I said, Rose never got to peak, so it's kind of hard to judge it. I gotta give the slight edge to Russell Westbrook because of the trip. Yeah, and like I said, he got to reach his peak. And me, I'll say Derrick Rose would have been a full, complete player of this day if he didn't get hurt and if he got some doctors that Paul George got. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Because like I think a lot of it's been so long since we really got to watch prime Derrick Rose. I think a lot of people has forgotten how good dude really was. Dude was tough. Like the last year we really got to see prime like Derrick Rose when he actually was him. Like Derrick Rose was 2011. That shit's been 15 years, almost about 15 years ago, bro. And I really wish Carmelo would have joined the Bulls and played with Rose. Man, I don't know, bro. Melo is one of those players that was nice. Obviously, he was a bucket, but he's another one of those players that I think is hard to win with because of his play style. More complete as far as what Westbrook more athletic and can do more overall. And no, see, look, what I'm saying is Westbrook didn't. So Derrick Rose played with way more control, and I think his scoring style was more effortless than it was for Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook, his scoring mostly consisted of going down the lane full speed, full steam ahead, dunking, laying the ball up, which Rose and stuff was like that, but Rose was like more of a shifty. It's like his switching gears that he could do was so like, bro, so elite that that's really what separated him. And then he was crazy athletic. Like this nigga, he'll start off like the way he could do that was just crazy, and then just take off. And like I said, he could play with more control. Westbrook, his stuff is really one speed. He didn't have control, and still doesn't. Even in today's time, he doesn't have that. And then this is the thing: if you look at the college days of Derrick Rose was never really a primal scorer like that. He really was a distributor. Like when he played for Memphis State, he wasn't. I don't even think he was the number one scorer on the team. He was a distributor. that could score. It wasn't until he got to the NBA. Like I remember hearing him talking about this. It wasn't until he got to the NBA that they wanted him to focus more on scoring. Could you see Rose playing in the triangle offense? Oh shit. I think he possibly could. But one thing's for sure is that I'll say Russell Westbrook would have a hard time landing it probably. So when we say more control, bro, I know you don't say many times, and I don't want to tear down Russell Westbrook because I am a fan of him, so I don't want it to look like that. But when you watch Russell Westbrook play ball, he'll get the ball, especially if he get it off a rebound, and go coast to coast. He'll take off with the ball running full speed ahead. And some of the times it could be a 3-on-1, meaning it's three players on our opposing team back already. This nigga come running, his teammates all the way back there, and he'll try to rush his way to the hole. Let's say they trap him. And in midair, he'll notice he's trapped and try to throw it back to somebody. And it's a turnover because they not there in time, or let's say one of those other players jump in front of the pass and steal it. That's what I mean by he be playing out of control sometimes. Hmm. AKA sloppy. He exactly. He has a sloppy style of play. Right. And that's what I mean. Derrick Rose didn't do that. Derrick Rose knew when it was time to, shift gears and go take off, and he knew when it was time to calm down. Let's wait on everybody to get set. Let's run a play. Well, we already covered that. I think overall, I'll go with Westbrook over him too. But I'm just saying that I believe if D Rose was able to get to his prime, let's say he was able to make it to his eighth year injury free, we might be having a totally different conversation right about now. Because keep in mind, he gave LeBron and them hell in 2011. He was they challenged. He was the only superstar player that was over there. That's another thing that I should say about LeBron when it comes to him and his overrated run to make it to the finals eight straight times. The only competition he had as far as superstar players was Derrick Rose. He only had that for 1 year because Derrick Rose got injured that year. Derrick Rose is quick too, but it's more like think first before you pull the trigger type. Like he ain't gonna run up the court and knock the ball down and dunk like Westbrook or that. But like I said, Rose is pretty damn explosive himself. But anyways, though, I'm gonna go ahead and make it down to this Giannis trade.